screen so you all can see. And with that, Pledge of Allegiance, I'll just go ahead. I pledge allegiance to the, what is it again? That's so bad. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. I think I said that right. Okay. Skip national anthem because I just don't have that up right now. Roll call and verification of quorum. Chair Yalman-Chili, if you're here, that would be great. But Vice Chair Sandlin, if you are here to do that.
I'm here.
Oh, thank you, Yalman-Chili. Take it away.
All right. One moment. Lazo.
Present.
Herrera. Absent. Trainer.
Present.
Navaprasad.
Present.
Kenna.
Present.
Morissette.
Present.
Temple. Absent. Vaughan.
Present.
Carringle.
Present.
Datlas.
Present.
DeCara.
Present.
Butler. Butler. Absent. Campbell. Campbell. All right, absent.
Present. Present.
Present, okay. Lazier. Absent. Fintel.
Present.
Hamid.
Present.
Moore. Absent. Rose.
Here.
Whitson.
Here.
Yera.
Present.
Kuroga.
Present.
Carter. Carter.
Present.
Okay. Brown.
Present.
Similo.
Present.
Hamayon.
Present.
Nadella.
Present.
Patel. Absent. I am present. Luthra. Absent. Acosta. Acosta. All right, absent. Borges. Absent. Duke.
Present.
Holmes.
Present.
Donahue.
Present.
Lacasse. Lacasse. Absent. Polera.
Present.
Pullman.
Present.
Richmond. Richmond. Absent. Sandlin.
Present.
Vasquez.
Present.
Kairos Rivera.
Present.
DeMarla.
Here.
Mittal.
Present.
All right. With a 32 out of 44, quorum is verified.
Thank you. I also wanted to call out Vice Chair Sandlin's haircut. It looks amazing. I just want to say that. He's like really slaying today. So approval of the agenda, take a look at today's agenda. I mean, last meeting's agenda, which was literally last week on Thursday. And then with that, I'll take a motion. Chair Hamid.
Motion to approve last meeting's minutes.
There's been a motion to approve last meeting's minutes. Are there any objections? Seeing none, last meeting's minutes stand approved. Take a look at today's agenda. And I will take a motion unless, you object, but Hamid?
Sorry, I didn't lower my hand.
Oh, you're fine. Is there a motion to approve today's agenda? Morissette?
Motion to approve today's agenda.
There's been a motion to approve today's agenda. Are there any objections? Seeing none. Samilo?
That
Oh.
was low-key an objection to
Oh.
the approval of the agenda. Sorry.
Of course. Okay.
So we caucused on Thursday for CRT, and I'm just supposed to put the bill 5502 on the agenda. So I didn't motion for it when we were in Senate because we had to go. But
No problem.
if we could just get that on there for a second
Okay.
reading, that would be great. Thanks.
No problem. Do you need Brody to put it on, or are you going ahead and putting it on?
I believe Brody is going to do it right now.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Oh, since it's Zoom, if you have an objection, don't raise your hand, just go ahead and just blare it out for me. Because I can't really tell.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's not your fault or anything. It's just hard to tell because in person it's easier to tell, but on Zoom it's a little harder. Okay, we'll just wait for that.
It's linked and everything. So do you just want me to make a motion?
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a motion.
Okay, motion to approve the agenda.
There's been a motion to approve today's agenda. Are there any objections? Seeing none, today's agenda stands approved. Open forum. Are there any non-senators here today with us that would like to speak during open forum? Seeing none, fiscal legislation on third reading, none, fiscal legislation, first reading, none. Notice of legislation on third reading, fiscal bill 5514. Is there a motion for speeches, questioning, and debate? D-Leg Morissette.
Motion for 5-minute speeches, 5-minute questioning, 5-minute debate.
There's been a motion for 5-minute speeches, 5-minute questioning, 5-minute debate. Are there any objections? Seeing none, ILA Pullman, you have 5 minutes when you're ready.
Hi, so we saw this on Thursday for the Students Physical Therapy Association. I don't have the PowerPoint on me. I think Brody might. But basically none of the numbers have changed, so they're not here. So I yield my time.
You're muted. Sierra, are you talking to us?
Thank you. I was saying that I will see the date change on the be it further enacted, the last be it further enacted clause as a technical. We're now in questioning. If there aren't any questions, since we've already seen this, I will go ahead and take a motion. Carter.
On the line for lodging, I'm bad at math, but it's coming out to $3,005.60. I don't know if it was differently calculated, like if it was rounded down or rounded up on the bill, but my calculations are different. So is that the correct cost?
Yeah, so I can answer, right?
You may. Mhm.
Yeah, so basically I think it was the prices of the hotel was different a little bit every night. And if Chair Samilo or D-Leg Morissette want to jump in, I'm pretty sure this is the case though, that they were a little different every night. So it was more of an average. And so that's why it's a little off. That was the number that's there for lodging was the average. I don't know if Kylie has I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Kylie.
So how she did it was she was given the total amount for all the rooms and not the individual room price. So she just divided up by 4 and 4. So when you do it like the opposite way, instead of multiplying them, it comes up like that. It's just like an estimate, like rounded total.
Are there any more questions for ILA Pullman? Seeing none, I'll take a motion. Lazo.
Motion to move to debate.
There's been a motion to move to debate. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. Samilo,
May I retain?
you may.
So we just saw them. They've been here multiple times through student government, so I see no reason why we wouldn't approve them this time. It's within timeline and everything looks good, so move to vote.
All right, there's been a motion to vote on fiscal bill 5514, funding for 16 members of the Student Physical Therapy Association to travel to American Physical Therapy Association Combined Sections meeting in 2024 in Boston, Massachusetts from February 14th, 2024 to February 17th, 2024. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. With a vote count of 32 to 0 to 1, fiscal bill 5514 passes on third reading. All right, so notice of legislation on second reading. We saw this bill, we had speeches, we had questioning, we had debate, but we didn't get to vote. So I'm gonna just go ahead and allow speeches, questioning, debate for it. So this is fiscal bill 5515. I'll take a motion for this bill that's on second reading. Morissette,
Motion for 5-minute speeches, 5-minute questioning, 5-minute debate.
there's been a motion for 5-minute speeches, 5-minute questioning, 5-minute debate. Are there any objections? Oh my gosh, Ishan, please go ahead and raise your hand. I'll get you in a moment. There's been a motion for 5-minute speeches, 5-minute questioning, 5-minute debate. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. If I just had admitted you, I think Aiden, unless Aiden, you disconnected or anything, go ahead and raise your hand so I can get you after we vote on this bill. Well, actually, Ishan, I'm gonna remember, so you can go ahead and put your hand down. I'll remember you. I'll call you as soon as possible. All right, D-Leg Morissette, you have 5 minutes when you're ready.
Okay, well, like Speaker Holmes said, we saw this last Thursday and nothing's changed. So I kind of still stands. They want to go to New Orleans for their mini flavors of chemistry competition. They're funding for 12 members. All the numbers have stayed the same. Nothing has changed in communication with RSO. I did email them to be present tonight. They did not respond. And with that, I yield to questioning.
Are there any questions for D-Leg Morissette regarding fiscal bill 5515? Chair Carter.
With the lodging costs, is it the same thing as the previous bill? It was averaged?
It's not the same thing. I have the documentation up and the number that is there is right. With the taxes and fees, it makes it a little bit weird, but the way their quote is they separated by their 3 rooms and they times those 3 rooms by the night. And they gave me the total for like for the rooms. For the 3 rooms for those 6 nights is like 1,456 for all those rooms. And when we add those up with all their separate taxes and fees, it equals that amount. But that wasn't, I don't think what the quote they gave me was a part of their room, if that makes sense. So that's why the numbers are wrong. But with their quote, that's the number that's on their quote.
Chair Samilo, my bad.
No, you're good. I talked to this RSO yesterday actually, and he did inform me that the amount did go up $10. So if you got the math for that, like $10 more than what it's supposed to be, I believe that would be why. Not the taxes, but I'm honestly not quite sure if they said something different to Danny.
Do you want to edit it, or do you want to wait until our next meeting to continue, if that's the case?
If Chairman Samilo has the numbers and have the confirmation from the RSO, we can go ahead and edit it. I don't have that information, so if she can go ahead and edit it, that'd be great.
I am not gonna edit it just because the RSO is coming tomorrow to Senate. So I feel like if we just leave it at what we were told that it is, since they're not here, I don't want to like change anything that's not correct because prices could obviously fluctuate from now until then. So I think I'm just gonna leave it for now and they can speak on their own behalf tomorrow.
Okay, well, is there a motion to postpone fiscal bill 5515 until our next scheduled meeting?
So moved.
I don't know if postponing it would be right, just because
It's just moving it to
timeline.
tomorrow.
Yeah, but that would be on second reading. So would we do second and third tomorrow then?
Yeah.
Okay.
My thing is too, like here's my thing. I was trying to avoid seeing them tomorrow because we have like an influx of confirmations tomorrow, and that's why they were put for here. So next time, can you let me know that they were planning on coming another day, because we thought that we were going to see it today so that we can have more time.
Yeah, I mean, he did tell me that he was coming today to this meeting, to the Zoom. I just don't know
Okay.
where they are. So
My apologies. Okay.
no, it's okay.
Okay, thank you. I just was like, oh, it seems like there was some miscommunication. So was that still an objection to the motion, or?
No, you're good. As long as they
Okay.
get seen on second and third in Senate, then we should still be good for timeline.
Yeah, okay. So I'll just make the motion again, just for procedural purposes. Is there a motion to postpone fiscal bill 5515 until our next scheduled meeting, which will be tomorrow at 7 p.m.? Is there a motion? So moved, blah, blah.
So moved.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to confuse you. Okay. So that is postponed. We'll be seeing that tomorrow on both second and third reading. So be prepared to see that, get familiar with this bill so that we are able to move through it. Because we are seeing, like, I want to say 5 confirmees, and that might take a little bit. So now we are in internal committee caucus time. Would that be in there, Brody, or can that go in there for Black Caucus?
Sure. I think we've done that in the past. I think technically probably not, but we've done it in the past. So
Okay, precedent then. Well, so I will, what is it? I'm having such a blank today. I'm so sorry.
Recess, reconvene,
What is the first one?
recess.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I've had a long day. I'll recess this meeting at 6 p.m. and we'll reconvene at 6:30 p.m. Imaginary gavel.
for this, I am opening up a breakout room. Everybody who is not being in Black Caucus, please join the breakout room. If you are in the Black Caucus meeting, stay here. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Hey, thank y'all for being here because I forced you here. I call this meeting to order at 6:02 p.m. Roll call and verification. I'll do that. I'm here, Vice Chair Butler. Not here. Senator Holmes. Well, Speaker, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to degrade you. Okay. Lacasse. Oh Lordy. Morissette. Hey. Sandlin. Hey. Wait, is he here?
Maybe they went in the wrong.
Oh no. Can somebody get banned?
Which one are you on? I'm on 28.
Are you in the right folder? Oh, go to the folder.
I'm in the
Under-
agenda's minutes.
Yeah, go to minutes and 55.
Ew.
And then it should be under 9:28.
I was like, oh, this supposed to be taking minutes. And I was like, oh, it's me.
All right, y'all. I'm instructing everybody. I don't have the minutes myself. Give me like 2 seconds. Why am I bent over?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 out of 7.
All right. If you want to look at the meetings, the minutes from last meeting, go ahead. If not, I'll take a motion.
Motion to approve
Yeah.
last meeting's minutes.
Thanks, both of y'all. Any objections? Because I don't. Great. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm going to say that now. So if you have something to say, and I can't see who's raising their hands, so I'm going to say that now. Okay. Take a look at today's agenda. I'm not going to lie. We're not going to go through everything. We don't have that much time. So you could just blink at it and then keep it pushing. So I'll take a motion. Yes, more so.
Motion to approve the agenda.
There's a motion to approve today's agenda. Any objections? Great. Open forum. Any non-senators have something to say? Is there any hands? Okay. All right. Announcements from the chair. This was for Thursday. I didn't go back and do any modifications. Good. Okay, great. Let me pull it up correctly. But hello, everyone. I did say that I was going to speak to Rick Falco concerning the natural hair products. Yeah, she really hasn't got back to me about it. So Tiara did suggest that we pull up on her, not in an aggressive way, but just to physically visit her or Rick to see what's going on, because she really hasn't responded back to me, and it's something that I would like a response back about. We are going to finalize the details for the community service next week. Sorry, we're going to put that for next week. And then I am working on the PowerPoint for the retreat for next week. Also, I didn't forget that. We're going to work on that next week. I did speak to Chair Hamid regarding the concern form. I hope that's what it was called. Yeah, the concern form, and there's nothing related that Black Caucus could take charge of. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but just continue sharing the form because we do need those responses, honestly. We were going to talk about the Fall Festival, but it already happened today, y'all. So Morissette and Holmes did their thing. So really proud of them for, taking the initiative, because where would we be without them? They did pass out the pamphlets that we do have for Senate, and they did get some, not questions, but yeah, I would say questions regarding funding and stuff like that for one specific org. So I'll be looking out for them also, just in case they do want to get the funding, like they're in the position to get the funding itself. Announcements from, oh, sorry, any questions for me? Great. Announcements from the vice chair, none. Announcements from caucus members, any announcements? Great. Oh, I thought she was gonna say something. None. Announcements from non-caucus members. None. Okay. All right. Old business, that's gonna stay old business. New business. All right. So the art showcase, we did talk about that last meeting. If you weren't there, it's just for one of the many initiatives that we have for Black History Month next year. So Ben suggested the art showcase, which was a really great idea that I liked, and there seems to be other affirmations about the art showcase. So right now we're not gonna go into detail about the planning, but we do need a name. I would like an original name and not just art showcase. Date and the time. I did say that I will, it doesn't have to be, I would like it to be early February, but I prefer early February because I feel like there's a lot that happens at the second half of February. So I'll prefer early February. And then a time, the afternoon is preferred since I would like for us to have a great turnout. All of this is really important so that if we do decide that we want to have it in the Pegasus ballroom, you need to have what you name it, a reservation at least 60 days in advance. And I'm not trying to wait until that 60-day deadline. I'd rather have it now rather than later and then miss out on getting the ballroom. So if we could just start throwing out dates and names, or if you could type it if you like. The date, I might be looking at the calendar myself. Yes.
So like regarding the name, we can do it based off of like what your goal is for the art showcase. So like if you want to do it for the purpose of raising money for a specific charity, or you want to do it for the purpose of like exposing art majors and things like that. We could also invite like College of Arts and Humanities there. And like some individuals that we can connect those Black students with so that they can possibly get job opportunities and stuff like that. So it just depends on what your mission is, and then I think we can like cook up a name.
I think that would definitely be like the primary but like goal for that, but also being able to showcase just the art, be able to have like that relaxed vibe just to welcome in the month, which is what I have more so had in mind, just to like celebrate the month with something just a little more unique and not just like, I don't want to say like a regular cookout because who doesn't love a cookout, but like something just a little more unique that we don't see often around at UCF. So just a good way to but start off the celebrations for Black History Month. And of course, you know, if somebody could benefit from it, then there's always that opportunity that I like to leave open.
Because you know, I don't want to do the contacts part for everything. I'll get you those people. Later.
Yeah.
Just tell me who you want.
Yeah. You put two? Oh, okay. She put two Black Brilliant Baroque. Is that how you pronounce it? Baroque? I like that a little. Yeah. I like that little. Let me look at the dates. Sorry, y'all. That's what I was looking at my phone for. What am I doing in a second? It's Groundhog Day the second.
I'm sure she knows like identity be words that be art, and that's like a version of art, I think.
I need my keyboard. No, honestly, like any more contestants? Any more contestants for a name? Because the first B is looking like a winner.
I need to be my kids' teacher.
Would it be weird to start at 6:30? Y'all, I could be your kid's educator, you know, if you're willing to go out of state. Would it be weird to start at 6:30? I think it's a little early.
6:30?
It's like a jazz vibe. It's a night vibe thing. So I think 6:30.
You're talking about Miami? Well, they reach out
Uh,
to like the music studios that are on campus and have like the students come in.
well, at least did say she knew a band, like somebody in like a jazz band, because that's the vibe I was looking for. So she said she knew somebody. If she was here, maybe she would have been able to elaborate on if she was able to contact them to see their schedule. But that's what she told me.
I'm sitting here like, we should do high tables where people stand or whatever.
Like,
And then like.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot the name for it.
Can we see them from the library? You get to, like,
No, we'll put in the reservation, we can ask for those tables.
Yeah, they're like cocktail tables, I think they call those. Yes. That's what they call them. Like, you don't need to see
Are there
each other
certain
table.
lights in certain
Yes,
rooms?
we can ask for colored lights.
Is there like, do we have, like, not a dress code, like,
Yes.
I want to say all black. I love a good blackout, but you know, maybe I'm the problem for saying that. Like the 9th is too late, and we have Senate the 1st.
most people that are in my high school, we did our Black Booth showcase and all the Black events towards like the 20th. So I feel like the 9th is
That's
pretty
why,
early.
that's why I said, you know, I feel like a lot of people are gonna do their stuff towards the end of the what you name
I
it.
also have a lot of colored lights that we can use. They're pretty cool. Okay.
Mm.
Also, how many months in November, December, January, 4 months? I think because the time is 4 months in advance is really good.
Yeah.
If you want, we could possibly do like choose a date for early, choose a date for mid-Feb, and choose a date for late-Feb.
Okay.
And it's a possibility that we could do more events on those other dates if we don't choose those dates.
Yeah, because we also have the food truck. And then there's one more thing I think I have for the month also.
Can you have like an
Because the
event where
food truck is every Friday, technically.
I know APAC had an event where they invited a lot of their dancing or like active artists to like dance and stuff. Because they have an event like that where we a lot of the Black artists to like do whatever cultural thing they have.
Because I know BSU has Love Jones. So Love Jones is where they pretty much do nearly the same thing, depending on who comes out. Depending on who comes out equally. And they also have convocation the month before. And all of them
So
do.
they may not be willing to do it.
Maybe.
But if we ask so far in advance, maybe they would.
They most likely would be willing to do it, but I feel like I don't want to say it's pretty much the same event, but it low-key will feel like the same event because Love Jones is pretty much like it's similar to like a art kind of thing, but it's more so like in-house. They do host a lot of people who are students here and stuff like that. Compared to us, we're trying to branch out to like anybody and everybody.
And I
So
think something that, and this is something that you want to do, like I think the distinction of the fact that we have connection to administration and showcasing those students directly to administration and like potential people where they can get like scholarships and job opportunities. I think that's going to like that could possibly like distinct us from that event.
So
Mhm.
networking is
Kind of.
yeah,
like,
a little bit.
I mean, it's up to area, but it's kind of like that's my initial thing when I think about student government. I think like, you know,
Putting your students in a good position. Like, of course, we're gonna celebrate, but like, hello, these people want to get paid for stuff they love to do.
always have lots of colored up lights that we can use. They're pretty cool. I said that. Sarah.
I like the second, honestly. That's the date I would like for it to be. Yeah, just to like introduce the month, have all of that, celebrate all of that.
Friday's a good day to have that too.
That's what I'm thinking. And if we like get like say like high schoolers, then it gives them time to be able. I know. I work until 7 to make it worse.
But the thing is too, I always say people are on campus.
Yeah.
Mostly, I don't know what your schedule looks like.
If we did it Tuesday,
Or Wednesday.
But Wednesday.
we did it
I
Tuesday,
could-
that'll be the
I could sacrifice a Wednesday, I'm not gonna lie, but
7th.
6 or 7.
I like the
What
idea of
time
a
is
high
it?
school. I know the vaccine vice president, Dr. Phillips, if you want to get Dr. Phillips here.
What's Dr. Phillips? That's
Dr.
a school?
Phillips is kind of far. The second university. Yeah, it's a high school.
I don't want to waste their garrison.
Honestly, low-key, I could probably fit in their administration in my part. I do it.
I honestly, do I have to put it there in the middle and the end of the month?
Do I have to?
I like black. I actually like Loki with the animosity of the PSU right now. I feel like it looks like it's cute.
We love them. Don't ever get it twisted. but they typically always have their stuff at the end of the month. So
their reach is pretty big. Sierra definitely expanded our reach, but like their reach is still pretty big. We could also do some type of collaboration. That's what you want, or because the thing is, I don't. Because the thing is, what with the Black Business Showcase, you need no one to unless their name is slapped on it, you know. But like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I don't want to be like, oh, we'll do it because their name's slapped on it, but they're gonna work.
Yeah, I think for them, let me think, we're talking about February. I think that conversation would then be like we spoke about earlier, asking them what they have planned already for the month, and then to see where we could kind of fit in. I still want to have ours at the beginning of the month. Respectfully, I don't care who has theirs. But I would rather us have ours at the beginning of the month and they could have the end, because typically like the past couple of Black History months I've seen here, there's typically an uptick of events at the end of the month.
That's very true.
So I feel like it'd just be better. Yeah.
Could we do a student union takeover? I don't know. To like bring in Black History Month, I just don't know what it would consist of. We can so like a student union Instagram takeover on that day. No, like how HSI kind of had like the whole union and doing on the table. Yeah. My only issue with that would be like too many students walk through, and then like you can only have music for a certain amount of time during classes and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. We could do it, but there'd be so many constraints on it. If we have a Pegasus ballroom, there's more we could do.
Yeah. Okay. Type that in there. We'll come back to that next week. I haven't thought of any other day. We're gonna stick with February 2nd until I can make up my mind. Oh, you did say the 6th or 7th, right?
The 6th was a Wednesday. So you can sacrifice a Wednesday. The 7th was a Wednesday. Sorry.
Okay, so I'll put 6/7. That's the only time I'm willing.
The 6th is Tuesday.
Yeah, 6/7.
Okay.
I'm not going anything past that week. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all want something past that week, then I guess y'all could do a coup d'etat. But I don't want anything past. A coup d'etat.
Like presenting some art pieces and it leads to the Pegasus ballroom.
That is a good idea.
Using the atrium.
How like they had it when they were doing the game day like shirt thing and have it there. That's a good idea.
I mean, like that day of, or like the first, and then like put it in the atrium the day of, to lead people to it, or do it the first, do like a little preview the first or something where we do the thing you said. If we do that,
takeover.
Yeah, if we do that, to do like a little preview, and they'd be like, "Come on for more tomorrow."
Another dates because I have the dates so I can put it in like, oh, these are the dates I want to do.
Yeah, that's it. Let's say. That's why I was like, let's say 9:30.
Okay, we ended at 9, but our reservation.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or end at 8:45, 8:30. Exactly. So 8:30. I'm not trying to be there for 2.5 hours. Let's say 6:30 to 8:30. Reservation ends at 9:30. And if we have tables and chairs, then there's time like for us to clean up if we need to and stuff like that. Yeah, like it's gonna be the Black Brilliant Baroque Barracks. You did. And then the all black after 5. Period. All right. And then I'm moving on to the next thing so that we can get back to General Senate. The Zoom option for meetings, that was brought up to me last week, since some people, have been complaining the past couple meetings that, no, I was looking at, I turned the camera to her. She knew who I was talking about. Yeah. So some people, were complaining that, 9 o'clock is really early for them. So to be generous, I am suggesting a Zoom option. With the Zoom option, increases my expectations on attendance and participation. I'm not going to speak like a teacher, but you know what that means. So would we prefer a Zoom option for meetings?
Listen, it's not, I would love a Zoom option, but also it's not even true the time. It's just the fact that when people find me and it's 9 a.m. in the morning, it always slips my mind.
I like his excuses.
I'm saying if you call me at like 8:30, I'll be
Why do I have to call you when it's your responsibility?
I'm sorry. Listen,
Is this your last meeting?
Zoom option. Zoom option.
Okay. Any people who want to, that was not even grammatically correct. Anybody who doesn't want a Zoom option? I don't even know.
Has Salem said anything? Is it weird? He is here. He's looking.
Hello.
Oh. Hey, man. All right. I don't hear no complaints or no what's the word? If somebody doesn't
Concerns?
like the issue, yeah, let's say concerns. Yeah, I don't hear any issues. So we're gonna go with the Zoom options. It will most likely be the same link we had.
So is that hybrid or just Zoom?
Like Zoom. Sorry, hybrid. I'm so sorry. Hybrid. I'll be there because I do have class at 10:30. So I will be in the conference room either way. But yeah, I'll most likely be the same link. That's the word I was trying to use, but I forgot. It will most likely be the same link that we have for summer. Since I still have the account. Yeah, what's up, Ben?
I just realized I've never called.
Hello?
Yeah,
Um,
Ben, what's up?
So if we're doing the hybrid options, are we still bi-weekly?
Yeah.
Okay. So no meeting
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I wouldn't. No, next week. I wouldn't ask y'all to. I'm sorry, y'all know I couldn't do it summer. I'm not doing it this fall either. We will be bi-weekly. Yeah, almost like the same link, honestly. That's honestly about it. Are you done typing, Sierra? I don't want to rush you.
No, you're okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's about it. Anything that you want to think about, ponder about, have concerns about, hold that thought until next week at 9 a.m. I will see the caucus then. Can I get a motion? Yeah, you.
Miscellaneous business?
No, next. Oh, miscellaneous business. We'll PPI that or whatever. Next.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, there's a motion. Any objections? Great. Still looks the same. Great. I adjourned this meeting at 6:26 p.m. Wow, we actually stayed in 30 minutes.
Back. Okay, I reconvene this. Oh, this is the wrong agenda. I reconvene this meeting at 6:26 p.m. Chair Patel.
President voting.
Oh, So noted at 6:26 p.m. I apologize for that. I totally forgot once we postponed that bill. Senator Trainer, did you need to be present and voting as well?
I should be all good.
Okay. Oh yeah, you disconnected, right? Okay, yeah. Gotcha. All right. So internal committee reports, ENA committee, Chair Kana.
Hi, y'all. So confirmations are carrying on. We are now meeting hybrid on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. in the student government conference room. And just a general reminder, if you guys have any questions or concerns regarding permissible materials in committee, please just express them to me as soon as they come up. That way we can resolve that quickly and it doesn't become any more of a wrinkle than it has to be. And I hope everyone's taking care of themselves to get into the thick of midterms. If you haven't been reminded recently, let me say that I'm proud of all of you guys.
I think I broke the Zoom. Okay. Are there any questions for Chair Kana? Seeing none, GAP committee, Chair Temple.
Absent.
Okay. Well, would his vice chair like to read it out?
Yeah, I can do it.
Awesome.
All right, so good evening, guys. This week we continued our research into the Day at the Capitol priorities, and we also plan additional strategies for outreach in order to further circulate the student priority survey with great results so far. Over the past few days, which that was last week, we were able to get to 144, so 60 up from 84, and we're going to continue by tabling today. So we had some of our members table today at Market Wednesday, right outside the Student Union. They canvassed, they had QR codes with the form for students and utilized posters for engagement and gave out merch to students who submitted responses. So we ended up getting an extra 93 responses. So we're now at 237 responses, which is amazing. Thank you to everyone who tabled today and helped create the posters and do all the behind the scenes work to make today a success. Resolution 5504 has been signed by Speaker Holmes, and so now some formatting will be seen before going to the pro tem. Once the virtual ink is on the paper, it will be sent out to awaiting parties and we can push forward. And then on this day, which I think was last week, so on that day, in 1787, the Confederation Congress voted to send what would become the U.S. Constitution to be ratified by the states. It would take all 13 states to ratify the Constitution and replace the weak governmental framework implemented by the Articles of Confederation. The first state to ratify the new Constitution was Delaware, the last little old Rhode Island.
Are there any questions for Vice Chair Polera? Great job on your first committee announcement. That was amazing.
Thank you.
LJR Committee, Chair Yalman Chili. If not, we can have Sandlin do that. Is anyone from the LJR committee would like to do the announcement?
To pull up the minutes real quick.
No problem.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay. Jesus. Hello everyone. In LJR, we saw 15 absence requests and 2 pieces of legislation. This being Internal Bill 5501 and Resolution 5505. We voted 440 on Internal Bill 5501 and 700 on Resolution 5505. And you can see below the 15 absence requests we approved.
Are there any questions for Vice Chair Sandlin? Seeing none, thank you, Vice Chair Sandlin. SBA Committee, Chair Hamid.
Hello, everyone. So these are the announcements from last week. I'll be talking about what we did today, tomorrow. So I hope you are all doing good. Make sure you're taking care of yourself while you're in the trenches of midterms. I hope that hasn't gone to you yet. Last week, SBA discussed our current initiatives and some event ideas. Also today, we adopted Proclamation 5506. It passed for first reading. Something that I wanted to do as SBA chair was to have a group legislation writing workshop. We'll be making a Google form for those of you outside of SBA that are interested in learning or teaching. So that will be in the minutes tomorrow. With the concern about Project Alexandria, I've spoken to the president and vice president of the Graduate Student Association and Dean Case. For those of you who don't know, Dean Case is the Dean of Libraries here at UCF. Due to Dean Case needing to make his announcement before speaking on this topic, SBA is going to wait a little bit to do something if need be. So I also did invite Dean Case to open forum tomorrow to speak on everything. So hopefully that he gets to speak his piece and give you guys some more information. I also have a history fact. Oh, wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I have a history fact. This is from last week. So the most recent American Revolution, guys, Taylor Swift is dating an American who's Travis Kelce for the first time since 2011. So it has been 12 years since she has dated an American. She's only dated British men for like the past 12 years. Her last American boyfriend was Jake Gyllenhaal. So like that's how long it's been. Also, Snoopy debuted in 1950 today.
Great. I also wanted to say, Chair Hamid, I can forward you the email that Dean Case and I had regarding the library so that you're up to date on it.
Ooh, okay,
And
yeah,
then,
I would
because I
appreciate
know
that.
I know that they want to do a statement to the students, but I have some information that I would like to share with you. Awesome. I'm so sorry. There was a very concerning noise out there. Are there any questions for Chair Hamid? Seeing none, confirmations, none. That will not be the case tomorrow. Notice of internal legislation. Internal legislation. Notice of legislation on first reading, none. Notice of legislation on third reading, none. Notice of legislation on second reading. I will take a motion for these bills, resolutions, and proclamations. Demarla.
Can we actually postpone internal bill 5501 to next week? Because I would like Madison, the Attorney General, to be here for it. So that if anybody has any, clarifying questions, they'd be able to ask her, and she's like, it should be like a good resource to have.
All right. So is that a motion?
Yes, motion to postpone, postpone until next week.
There's been a motion to postpone internal bill 5501, updates to Title III, introduced by Pro Tempore Demarla, until not our next scheduled meeting, but next week, correct? Until next week, which will be for further correction, October 12th. Are there any objections? Seeing none, that is postponed. I will take a motion for the internal bill, resolution, and proclamation. Chair Hamid.
Motion for 5-minute speeches, 6-minute questioning, and 6-minute debate.
There's been a motion for, why is my computer like that? Okay. 5-minute questioning, 5-minute speeches, and 6-minute debate. Is that correct?
It was 6-minute questioning, but 5-minute
So
questioning.
566.
Yes.
Got it. There's been a motion for a 566. Are there any objections? Seeing none, that stands. Internal Bill 5502, updates to Title VIII, Appendix A, introduced by Chair Samillo. Chair Samillo, you have 5 minutes when you're ready.
Hi, everybody. So we as a committee for CRT have decided that it is best for us to raise our funding caps just for a few of them for seminar networking and competition. The reasoning is also within the bill. So we did lower these prices last year. So we're kind of just changing some of them back, as well as making another one $50 more, just because we have seen people verbally say things, as well as a committee, we have realized that some people are requesting a lot more funds than what we can give them. And us as student government are the people who are sitting here giving out this money to help students go as far as they can to represent UCF's name, as well as get the work that they've done out there and help them for their futures. So the main reason why we are changing these is because of that. And then the changes would be to competition trips for an RSO. It would go from $2,000 to $2,500, which is just changing it back from last year's. And then the funding for individuals for competitions, it would go from $250 to $300, and then $200 to $250. With that, I yield the rest of my time.
All right, we're now in line of questioning. Are there any questions for Chair Samillo? Are there no questions? I'll take at least one. I mean, Demarla?
Yeah, thank you so much for this bill. I was just wondering, like along with this raising caps, what events do you plan on doing to promote student government funding?
Well, I guess this is a great time to again plug my financial training that we have for fiscal, which is going to be coming up very, very soon on Wednesday, not this Wednesday, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that on the 18th, as well as I have spoken to the downtown campus as they use the least amount of our funds. I have spoken to the OSI leader there. Her and I had a very lengthy discussion about ways that we can promote the fact that we have funding for students to downtown campus. We are organizing a Instagram post over there as well for UCF's downtown Instagram. The only reason why they haven't really been very transparent about this is because of the fact that downtown, they try to keep students with Valencia and here more like together in one instead of making it separate. And since we only fund UCF students, they try not to promote it as much, which I posted, like I had a conversation with her. We talked through the whole thing, whatever. And then I also talked to Brandon, who is the president, and he let me know that there are some events that they're doing with executive for tabling. And I pretty much just asked if I could join. So that way CRT could help get that funding out there, and any other tabling events that you guys might know of would be lovely if you could send those my way so that we can get this funding to as many students as possible.
All right. Are there any other questions? If not, I'll take a motion. Demarla?
Motion to move to debate.
There's been a motion to move to debate. Are there any objections? Excuse me. Seeing none, we are now in debate. Demarla?
I'll be speaking in favor. I think it's great that, we were able to assess how we've been doing funding wise and raise the caps. I mean, I'm always going to be pro more giving away money to students. So I think this is great.
All right. Are there any other debate? If not, I'll take a motion. Or is there a motion to move to voting procedures? Lazo?
Motion to move to vote.
There's been a motion to vote on internal bill 5502. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. With a vote count of 28-2-0, internal bill 5502 passes on second reading. There's something I noticed as well. Borges, I saw you came in earlier. I don't think you raised your hand to be present and voting yet. Unless Borges is no longer here. Okay, I'm assuming he's no longer here. Okay, Resolution 5505 updates to Senate Rule 7, clarifying timeline for dean meeting excuses, introduced by Chair Yalman-Chile. Chair Yalman-Chile or Vice Chair Sandlin, you have 5 minutes, and when you're ready.
Hello. So this was meant to clarify that this is just a it's just a one rule change to what's already on the books, basically making it clarifying that the absence request or that dean meeting absences must be seen 10 calendar days, so aka business days, after the dean meeting, and not 10 actual calendar days.
Do you yield your time?
Oh, yes, I yield.
Awesome. All right, we are now in line for questioning. Are there any questions regarding resolution 5505? If not, I'll take a motion. Or Demarla.
Move to debate.
Before I do that, Rose, is that a question?
Yeah, that's a question.
Okay, I'll see Rose and then I'll go back to you, Demarla.
So my question is just, if the LJR committee somehow is unable to see the dean meeting absence request within the 10 business days, or is the student just immediately dismissed?
No, this is the window of time in which a senator can submit their absence request.
Is your question answered, Rose?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. If there aren't any other questions, I'll go back to Demarla.
Motion to move to debate.
There's been a motion to move to debate. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. Are there any senators wishing to debate on this resolution? Chair Smillo.
I was going to just ask if I could retain as well.
You may.
Okay. With that, I do vote in favor for this. It does clear up a lot of kind of confusion that we've been having about calendar days, as in like 10 actual like counting days, or if it was 10 business days. So putting this in there and really clarifying and specifying what it is really helpful for not only Chair Yamamoto, but everyone else in the committee. So I will be voting in favor. And with that, move to.
Yeah, thank you. We are now in voting. There's been a motion to move to voting procedures. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there.
Hey, question. Is anyone else on the Zoom not able to access the voting stuff right now because it isn't?
Mine is frozen.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not getting it either.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just wanted to
sorry.
make sure.
I am working on launching it and it's wigging out on me a little bit. So just give me a second.
Also, just want to clarify for anybody, if it doesn't pop up on your screen, if you hit more and then go to poll at the top, it also will come up for the voting. It hasn't happened yet, but just in future reference.
Okay, thank you. I had tried that, but it was still frozen on 5502, and I had wanted to clarify if it was just a me thing or anyone else.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, y'all. It's telling me that a poll's already been launched in this meeting, which is true, but it's never only like indicated that I could only launch one before. Netta, you should also have access to the polls. Can you try launching one?
Yeah, it's telling me the same message. I can try and like make a new poll and maybe launch that one, maybe. Strange. Oh, okay. I think we were still sharing the other one. So maybe that is okay. I think it worked.
Okay, that makes sense. If I hadn't, if it was still being shared, then that's why. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Thanks for your patience.
All right. Is that the final vote, Brody? Or
Not quite.
it's still
Give
going?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we've had 31, 32 folks vote, so. There we go. Yeah, you're good, Sierra.
Awesome. Thank you, Rhodey. With a vote count of 29 to 2 to 1, resolution 5505 passes on a second reading. Too many open. All right, next up, we have proclamations. Proclamation 5506, proclamation recognizing the dates between September 15, 2023 to October 15, 2023 as Hispanic Heritage Month, introduced by Chair DeCara. Excuse me. My apologies. Chair DeCara, are you here to speak on your proclamation?
Yep.
Awesome. You have 5 minutes when you're ready.
All right. Give me 1 second. Hello, Senators. In front of you is the proposed Hispanic Heritage Month proclamation. I'd like to highlight the important role the University of Central Florida plays in celebrating and promoting this significant occasion. Hispanic Heritage Month, observed from September 15th to October 15th, holds profound importance in our nation's cultural calendar. It is a time when we can come together, honor, and recognize the indelible contributions of Hispanic Americans throughout history. This period encompasses the anniversaries of independence in several Latin American countries, making a symbolic and a meaningful time for celebrating Hispanic culture and heritage. UCF, as a leading educational institution in our community, has been a steadfast champion of Hispanic Heritage Month. The university actively engages with this celebration through a wide variety of initiatives and events, from academic programs that delve into the rich history and accomplishments of Hispanic Americans to cultural events that showcase the vibrancy of Hispanic traditions. UCF's dedication to education and celebration during this time is commendable and has a profound impact on our community, fostering a deep understanding and appreciation of Hispanic culture and heritage. By adopting the proclamation, we not only affirm our collective commitment to celebrating diversity, but also recognize the invaluable contributions of institutions like UCF. Let us continue to support and encourage such endeavors that promote unity and cultural awareness in this community. In conclusion, I ask you all to adopt the Hispanic Heritage Month proclamation and applaud the University of Central Florida for its astounding work in advancing this community. Together, we can celebrate diversity, inspire future generations, and reaffirm our dedication to equality and unity. Thank you for your consideration.
You yield your time?
Yep, I yield the rest of my time.
Awesome. Are there any questions for Chair DeCara? Any questions? I'll take at least one or two before we move on. Chair Samillo.
Did you check that everything listed at the bottom is correct?
Would, as in what is at the bottom? Like
The numbers and everything, like from the whereas.
So a lot of the whereases that comes from like the Pew Research Center. I pulled a lot of stuff from there. And additionally, this other stuff actually comes from UCF's own data. The ACSI designation, the activities, a lot, and the global comes from its own stuff. A lot of the stuff closer to the bottom actually comes from UCF itself.
Pullman.
So this can be just on a SG level or just basic university level. What do you hope that this does, like in general, in the long run?
When student like things like this showing that we recognize Hispanic Heritage Month, even though some people may see it as something simple, for certain students that come from their own culture going to a huge school that has such a diverse population, it kind of means a lot knowing that there's their own student body, like the student government recognizes the students' culture, which thus allows them to feel like they're represented on campus. And I feel like as a student who comes a student will learn better on campus knowing that they like the community around them, and them knowing that their school and their student body recognizes their culture. I feel like it's a very impactful thing for them.
Are there any other questions for Chair DeCara? Seeing none, I'll take a motion. Hamid?
Move to debate.
There's been a motion to move to debate. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. Are there any senators? I'll go Hamid, then DeMarla.
So we saw this in SBA literally an hour and a half ago, and it passed with no opposition. Reason being that this bill is so well written. There is so much action being put behind the words of this proclamation, and I think that is extremely commendable to both Chair DeCara and the Latin Hispanic Caucus. I think that this proclamation is amazing. I'm really glad that it's happening. And I think that with all the events happening, with all the action behind it, it's going to be really good. So I'll be voting in favor.
Great. Damarla?
Honestly, reiterating the same things Chair Hamid has said. I really, appreciate that a lot of what UCF is doing is highlighted in this proclamation. So it goes beyond just stating that, we recognize it, but also providing a way to show and spread the word out about these resources. So at the same time, this piece of legislation is advocacy. So I think it's amazing.
Right. Are there any other senators wishing to speak? If not, I'll take a motion. Morissette?
You have to vote.
There's been a motion to vote on Proclamation 5506. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. With a vote count of 32 to 0-1, Proclamation 5506 passes on second reading. That'll be the last time we see Proclamation 5506, as proclamations are only seen in 2 readings. With that, we have finished our business in less than an hour, question mark? Nope, more than an hour in 30 minutes. Sorry, I thought we started at 6 for some reason. So Senate Forum, are there any senators wishing to speak during Senate Forum? Okay, I would just like to say, I'm going to continue to encourage tabling. D-Like Morissette and I just tabled at Black Female Development Circle's Fall Festival. We were able to connect to a new RSO, and they learned more about CRT funding. So Kylie, you might hear from them soon. But yeah, I really encourage tabling. GAP did an amazing job with tabling. I mean, they almost got 100 responses just for being out there for how many hours? 12, 1, 2, 3. So I really encourage it. I encourage committees that are prioritizing students and their concerns and caucuses to table. I think that's the best way that you can catch students, just because they are literally walking around. Not all students will see everything on social media. Not all students are looking up the student government website. You have to meet students where they are. So I want to commend the GAP committee for taking out their time to do that. I even heard in SBA that they were not only commending GAP, but looking to table as well. And I think that's the best way that we can put our feet on the ground and run. Chair DeCara.
I just wanted to mention, I usually would say this in my announcement, but there is if people that are by UCF, unfortunately I'm unable to go, and so just recently my vice chair was gonna go. There is a final event being held by OSI in the ballroom. I think it's the Cape Florida Ballroom, and it's just it's Colors of Hispanic Heritage Month. It's from 6 to 9, and I already emailed the OSI director that's running it about that if we were to go, we would be late. I'm just throwing it out there if anyone was interested in just stopping by and just showing, because even though I can't be there, that the other people out of the caucus show some support for stuff like OSI and MSC and all those programs. It's literally just right by the chamber in the office. So if anyone is on campus, or is anyone just close by campus and they want to there's food, there's music, you can meet a lot of RSOs and different departments. I just want to throw it out there if anyone would like to go. It's literally right after this. So if they want to show up,
actually going to it. So I'm gonna take some pictures. I'm gonna go see it today.
Yeah, please. If I on this, please let I think it's the Director, Dr. Muniz and you'll meet Josefina, that I send my regards and like that. I'm happy that they have that. I'm sorry that I couldn't come.
Got
So,
it. I will.
but that's it.
Is there anyone else? Borges?
Sorry, it's just president voting.
So noted at 5:56 p.m. I noticed that you came in earlier. I'm assuming you disconnected, so I was just waiting. I saw you came in, so no worries. Anyone else? All right, seeing none. Senate deliberations. Would anyone like to deliberate on a specific topic? If not, I'll move on to advisors report. Brody?
All right, hey everybody. Yeah, not a lot from me right now. Great job kind of knocking out this business. And I know that it was kind of just the expectation and you didn't necessarily have a lot of choice in it, but I am proud of you for being willing to come out on an extra night this week and have to do this 2 times. So yeah, I appreciate your taking your commitment to the student body seriously. We'll frame it that way. Yeah, not a lot from me. Just to say, I'm not gonna do senator shout outs tonight because then you would have nothing to shout out tomorrow. And what would we do with our time? So yeah, good work, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Brody, for reaching out to me regarding the agenda. I appreciate it. You made the process super smooth. Is Netta here?
Yeah, hi everyone. Just great work. I'll see you all tomorrow. Let me know if you need anything.
I'm not sure if Maddie's here.
Yeah, Maddie is not here. She had another
Okay.
event that she had to be at. So
Okay. Are there any questions for our advisors? Seeing none, miscellaneous business. Demarla, nobody has their camera on, so I don't know if there's any drip down today. All right, with that, I'll take a motion. So it looks like, oh, Yamanchili, you had your hand up.
Move to adjourn pending final roll call.
There's been a motion to adjourn final pending roll call. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. Chair Yamanchili or Sandlin?
Ben, are you here?
I am, but I'm in a car.
Okay, all right. Give me one moment.
Vihan, if you need to, I can call it out.
I just had to leave a classroom I was in because was really loud in there. So I'm pulling up the attendance right now. So don't worry about it, Birdie. All right. Lazo,
Present.
Herrera. Absent. Trainer.
Present.
Nava Cruzat.
Present.
Kenna.
Present.
Morissette.
Present.
Temple. Absent. Vaughan.
Present.
Caringle.
Present.
Datlas.
Present.
DeCara.
Present.
Butler. Absent. Campbell.
Here.
Okay. Lazier. Absent. Fintel.
Present.
Hamid.
Present.
Moore. Absent. Rose.
Present.
Whitson.
Here.
Yera,
Here.
Quiroga,
Present.
Carter, Carter, okay. Brown,
Present.
Similo,
Present.
Hamayan,
Present.
Nadella,
Present.
Patel, absent.
Here.
Sorry. I am present. Lutra, absent. Acosta, absent. Borges,
Here.
Duke,
Here.
Holmes,
Present.
Donahue,
Present.
Lacasse, absent. Polera,
Present.
Pullman,
Present.
Richmond,
Present.
Sandlin,
Present.
Vasquez, absent. Kairos Rivera.
Present, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Cool. Demarla,
Here.
Mittal,
Present.
with 36 out of 44, quorum is verified.
All right. Thank you everyone for your attendance. It is greatly appreciated. And with that,